everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Today I have a different video for you guys. I decided to start with a tutorial. So I'm gonna be showing you guys how to make this scrapbook paper collage roll. It's been very popular lately on Instagram, so I thought it would be a good DIY to start with. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. Alright guys, so I got my craft paper here and I'm just cutting to size so it can fit in my paper cutter. I got this craft paper from Michael's and I got in a roll. It was a long time ago, but I'm sure, you know, any craft paper or any other paper that is thin enough, you can use it for this DIY today. And what I'm doing is just using a ruler and a mechanical pencil, and I'm marking 2.5 inches on the top and bottom of the page. That's gonna be the width of my strips, so that way it's easier for me to cut it once I bring the paper to my paper cutter. And I'm just making sure that I'm placing the paper in a correct spot there, so the lines are aligned together, the top and bottom lines. And I'm just cutting a bunch of strips, you know, that is the same length that the same width, that is the 2.5 inches. Now the length, it really doesn't matter. You can make it as long as you can. If you're using a paper cutter, of course your paper cutter is gonna limit you of how long that paper can be. But if you are just cutting that with scissors, you can, you know, make it as long as you can to make it easier for you, so you don't have to glue down so many strips together. But because I'm using my paper cutter, I do have a limit on how long my paper can be. But yeah, I'm just cutting a couple of strips to glue them together, and I'm pretty much done with my paper cutter. I'm gonna put on the side. And what I'm gonna use for my base, it's a toilet paper roll. I'm just lazy. I didn't want to make myself one, and plus, you know, just repurposing. But yeah, I just cutted the roll to the same width, the 2.5 inches, and I'm just using some tape to glue down the first strip there. I'm going to start gluing down them together at the edges. So I'm gonna use my multi-surface glue stick. That one I got at Michael's as well. It's from the Recollections line. I use that glue stick all the time. It's one of my favorite glue stick, at least for now. I'm just trimming the edges just to make sure that they are straight, and I'm just going to place some glue at the edge of the strip and added another one on top of that. And I'm gonna repeat the process over and over until I'm done with all of my strips. So it's kind of like a tedious process, but the result is pretty good, so I don't mind. But yeah, you can add as many strips as you want. You know, there's no limits. It all depends on how long you want your paper roll to be. So now I'm just using some twine. What I'm gonna do here is just tie a bowl so I can go ahead and control the paper while I'm gluing down, instead of just making that long strip that I have to take care of rolling. At the end, I'm just gonna use that bowl to start, you know, placing the paper in the roll and rolling that paper out, so it makes it easier for me. And you'll notice in a second what I meant by that, but pretty much that bowl right there with the twine is gonna help me to secure the paper in the paper roll, if that makes any sense. Hopefully you can see there what I'm doing. I don't know how to explain in a better way, I'm sorry. But yeah, but I'm gonna be doing that for a few minutes. I cut some of the footage so it's not repetitive, so you don't have to watch me doing that over and over for like a couple of minutes. But that's all that I'm gonna do throughout the entire strips until I hit the next end, and then I'm gonna glue another strip, and then I'm gonna do the same thing over and over again. And I'm doing that because it's easier at the end to just have already the paper all rolled out, rolled in the roller. It will be easier to decorate because you just can pull it out a little bit at a time in order to decorate. I end up decorating the entire paper roll, and I'll show you in this video later on in a speed process a couple, all of the layouts that I did to this paper roll. But you don't have to decorate everything at a time. That way, you have extra paper there. If you don't have time to make some scrap papers layouts, you can do it that later, but that way you have at least the paper roll ready to go. But yeah, I'm gonna keep doing that process for a while, and then I'm gonna show you in a speed process the layouts. And I'm pretty much I think I'm pretty much done with this. Like I said, it's a very repetitive process. It's just over and over, cutting and trimming and gluing down everything. But yeah, and today what I decided to do for this scrapbook paper roll, I decided to go with a vintage theme. Now you don't have to have a specific theme for your roll. You can, for every layout, play with it. But I tried earlier to do one that I was just, adding scrap papers and going to town. And I just felt so overwhelmed because I was like all over the place using different colors and everything. So I just decided to, for this one, for the tutorial, to just do vintage. But this is a great way for you to, use the scrap papers that you have, leftovers. Sometimes we have little pieces that we cannot really use it in our journal for much. And it's just like this bunch of piece of paper that just stay in our boxes. This is a great way to put them to use. It uses very little material, which is great. Pretty much all that I'm using to glue down all the scrap papers, it's my multi-surface glue stick. And yeah, I'm just using a bunch of scrap papers, a bunch of like tags and different washi tapes and things like that. But that's pretty much it. I'm just using the materials that I already have and just creating the collages. But yeah, guys, that's it for today. I'm gonna leave you guys with the speed process. I wanted to do a real-time process for this, but I created so many layouts that the video was like about an hour long, and I didn't want you guys to have to sit down to watch that long of a video. I already think it's quite long as it is, but I hope it's not that fast, that you can still see what I'm doing and follow along. But yeah, and then you can gather some inspiration from those layouts. And I love this idea of the paper, of the scrap paper roll, because especially if you're busy, and you don't have a lot of time to make layouts on your journal, you can quickly just rip one of those layouts and glue to your journal, and that's it. You have a beautiful collage on your journal, and you don't have to worry about it. That's a great way to also have always in hand some collage to send to your pen pals. So yeah, I always love it to make my life easier. And sometimes, sometimes we don't have time to do the layouts that we want, and sometimes it's just good to have that in hand to be able to use it. Anyways, rambling, I'm gonna go ahead and leave you guys with the music and with the process video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. If you do like videos like that and you'd like to see more DIYs, tutorials, leave a like and a comment down below and let me know if you like those type of videos, or if you don't, let me know as well, so that way I stop making them. But otherwise, if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, feel free to subscribe. I make videos all related to traveler's notebook, planning, journaling, and all of scrapbook stuff. So yeah, thank you for joining me today, and I'll catch you guys in the next video tomorrow. Bye!